Okay, this is Final Guardian back again with another drawing video. This time I'm going to draw hands sort of in a clasped pose, like over the... Why is this camera not... Ah, there it goes. Okay. So, sort of in like a... I don't know what you'd call this pose. This is sort of just like a standing neutral pose, but anyway. Enough about me rambling on. I'm just going to go ahead and add in the guidelines. And usually I am not all that concerned with getting it exactly right the first time. We can just erase when we need it erased in. And how you go about doing this is not that difficult. You just have to sort of just have an eye for what the human hand looks like. I recommend you use photographs if you have trouble with this pose. If you can't find a photograph, just take a photo of yourself doing this with your hands and use that as your photographic reference. One good thing about being human is you always have a model on hand 24/7, 365. Yeah, maybe it's not exactly what you're trying to draw, but it gives you an idea of where to put the guidelines. And once you have the guidelines, then you can use photo reference of something that's more exactly like what you want to draw to get your final lines in place. Anyway, you see what I'm doing right now. I am just trying to get in the sort of the shape of the hand, and I am just trying to get the hand where it links up with the wrists. And the wrist is going to be about right here, and I'm just going to put a sort of put the wrist in there right now, and this is going to just be a very quick dash in, because this is not how to draw the rest of the body. This is about how to draw the hands specifically. The rest of the arm is relatively easy to draw. It would just like continue on up through there. This pose really gave me a lot of trouble when I was starting out drawing. Really, just drawing hands in general gave me a lot of trouble. Now I'm going to put this in here. And we are going to go ahead and put the rest of the hand that's being covered by the other hand in there. And now that we've got that, we're going to put in the rest of the hand. This is not actually that difficult. Alright, so now that we've got that taken care of, we are going to dash in the rest of the fingers. And here's how it works with the pointer finger. The pointer finger is the second longest finger on your hand. Well, for me, it's around the second longest. It's really kind of tied with the middle finger that the ring finger I got here. For some people, this finger, the pointer finger, is a bit shorter. For me, it's about the same length. So these two fingers are about the same length on at least my hand. Your hand may be a bit different, but the middle finger is the longest, and the pinky finger is really short. So we're going to sort of capture that by just sort of just, you know, dashing it in there. And I like to try and be kind of quick with this. It just gives a little bit of liveliness to the lines, and you're just going to have to practice at this. In order to get this good, this has taken me like 8 years. I actually have some of my drawing videos still up on YouTube from a very long time ago, like some of my very, very early ones, and they were terrible, let's just say that. Then, of course, we have this this pinky finger, and we have just a lot to do. All right, now what I'm going to do is dash in the pinky for this hand, and that pinky is a little too long. Sorry, I keep breathing in and out and breathing in and out and breathing in and out and making a whole bunch of noise. Just trying to concentrate, and I do that to concentrate. Actually, come to think of it, I've got the wrong angle. Actually, let's try this. Maybe I can... There we go, yeah. I find that this technique works somewhat. And that is... drawing that. And then, of course, the thumb is going to be sort of obscured by this covering hand, is what I'm going to call this for now. And there we go. And then, of course, because the thumb is sort of going to be pressed up against the wrist of the other hand, this is a pose that the thumb will actually be visible in, rather than sort of dangling off. So we have to make sure to indicate that. Alright, there we are. And now we are going to dash in the rest of the hand. And we're going to dash in the rest of the wrists. Alright, and there we are. Now we have the basis for our hands. Now, of course, we're going to add the gloves to part of the hands. Sorry, the glove part of the hands. And to add gloves actually is not that difficult with manga. I notice that manga artists keep it really freaking simple, which is probably for the best because that speeds up workflow and makes it easier for fan art. So, since these are going to be wrist-length gloves, we're going to add some indications of wrinkles at the wrists. And it's just whenever the fabric is folding up is where the gloves are going to have wrinkles. And since this hand is sort of at a, you know, if I can just sort of do it like this angle, you can imagine there'd be wrinkles right here and not so many right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to not have wrinkles here. We're going to keep this guideline here for now, though, and we are going to have this character, and because she's moving her hand slightly upward, the fabric is going to be pulled down on the underside, like where it's behind right here, and it's going to be pushed up on the upper side a bit. It's a bit difficult to explain, but it's you do it just by making sort of a very, very wide C. Now that we've done that, and I've probably rambled on about this a lot, I think what I'm going to do is kick this into time lapse to finish this off, and then I'll just explain what I did. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add the right glove. Okay, we are now back, and I'm going to briefly explain what I did. So what I did is I just added the wrinkles, and how you do that is you just think about where the wrinkles would go. I mean, there's wrinkles wherever there's folds in the fabric, and wherever the folds are more severe, you have more pronounced wrinkles. Artists generally keep them to be, I'd say, fairly simple. So we are also going to do the same. And of course, these are relatively tight-fitting cotton gloves that Shirley always wears. So we are going to keep like the line of the hand relatively simple. And of course, yeah, just add a little bit of wrinkles around where the top of the glove would be. It just appears that for whatever reason, wrinkles tend to gather around there in a lot of illustrations. Not in every one, but I think this is just one that would have it. And now that we've got that, we are going to add in the seam of the glove. So in time lapse we go. Okay, there we are. And that largely leaves the gloves complete. Of course, let me just explain what I did. In order to add the seams, I just followed along the side of what the glove would be. Basically, here's how it works. When you have a gloved hand, you have these little seams that run along the side of each of the palms and on the side of each finger. And then, of course, you can't see it from this angle, from this drawing, but pretty much every glove that I have seen has this little seam across the thumb, where the thumb is actually a separate piece of fabric that's connected to the rest of the glove. I would have drawn that in there if the thumb would have not been at this angle. You can't see it from this angle, but perhaps in another drawing. And yeah, that about completes it. So now I'm going to ink the drawing. So thanks for watching.